2, Algaia at 20 to 1, and all 20 ran. Yeah, a really good performance on second start then for Chamade, for Rafe Beckett. The first time blinkers absolutely doing the trick and going on to win nicely in our opener. The favourite mostly has run really well under Frankie Dettori, just closing all the way to the line but never really getting to the winner. And now Gaia has finished a really creditable third, has improved with each run to date and will now qualify for handicaps moving forward. Eye catcher in the race, almost certainly number 14 on the race card. That was Lyrical for Ed Dunlop and Ralph Havlin, who's run a cracker in behind. Up next on this service, we'll be heading back to Newmarket for the 155, race 2 on the card there this afternoon, and an interesting looking novice contest over 7 furlongs. King Leonidas is likely to be right towards the top of the market once again. He's a Kingman colt for John Gosden and Frankie Dettori. Failed narrowly in the first race this afternoon. Can they go one better in the second race on the card? He's an interesting newcomer for sure. Cost 750,000 guineas as a yearling and is right up at the top of the market. Of the dangers, there are plenty in there, I'm sure. Our Zarakan for William Haggis and Jim Crowley is an interesting newcomer by Golden Horn. They've tended to just needed a run or two. Second best in the market at the moment is Evening Sun.
This event will start in 60
who's already
seconds.
had one start so
60
far,
seconds.
was fourth on debut at Newbury, would need to come on from that. Mafia Power is a newcomer for Richard Hannon and Sylvester de Souza. Richard Hannon in terrific form yesterday. A son of Glen Eagles, cost 200 grand. Clop of the Cop's already had several goes.
Yeah, runners now down at the start as well for our next live action at Newmarket, this 155. King Leonidas then a very strong favourite at 13 to 8 on debut for Kingman. He's a Kingman colt, I should say, for John Gosden. Frankie Dettori cost 750 grand. Lots
this
going
event
for him
starts
here.
In
really good
30
money
seconds.
around for Evening
In
Sun though.
30
Roger
seconds.
Charlton's runner. Jason Watson on board in the colours of Her Majesty the Queen. Was 6 to 1 on the opening show. Has been backed into 4s. Mafia Power on debut for Richard Hannon and Sylvester de Souza in the King Power Racing colours. A colt by Glen Eagles who cost 200 grand. Has been well nibbled as well. 10s into 7s. So there's bits and pieces of each way money around here. Emirati Hero is a 15 to 2 chance for Carl Burke, who was third on the all-weather on the first start, just cost 55 grand as a yearling. Clop of the Cop's had several chances already. 4th, 3rd and 3rd on the 3 runs so far. Probably needs to do a good deal better than that to be winning a contest like this, you'd imagine. Our Zarakan is very weak on debut for William Haggis. He's a colt by Golden Horn. The Golden Horn so far have just tended to need a run or two, haven't they? And he's very weak here, 9s out to 14s. Blue Skylines is 16 to 1. Albert Edward is 22. This is a nibble for Hawaii Tib, who's a 28 to 1 chance from 33s. And it's 50 to 1 and bigger the other two. And they're loading fairly swiftly. Still waiting for Mafia Power to go into 10. He slots in, and I think our Zarakan is going to be the last one in. Then we'll be set for a start. Race 2 on the card then this afternoon. Frankie's on a warm favourite once again here.
This event is
hold,
now
just getting
in
upset
play.
in the stalls. In stall 11 there is Emirati Hero. Jamie Spencer just trying to settle him down, and they're off and racing. Away there we go then, over 7 furlongs, and they all jumped okay. 1 or 2 just a little keen in the early stages. Evening Sun is pulling and reefing in the early part of the race, and just slightly short of room was Jack Ryan. The early lead is going to be the black cap of Hawaii Tab, who's come through to lead from Clock of the Cop racing along in second. Over towards the far right then is Albert Edward, who's along in third. Then comes Emirati Hero on the near side in fourth. The keen going Evening Sun is in fifth. That one's being trapped by Blue Skyline in sixth. Centre of the pack then for Jack Ryan. Towards the rear in the blue colours of Hamden Al Maktoum is Al Zarakan. Mafia Powers towards the rear, as is the favourite King Leonidas over towards the far side. Only got one behind at this stage, and that's the outpaced Lord Warburton as they race through halfway. And now Zarakan on the front end, almost joined now by Albert Edward. Clop of the Cop is just being pushed in along in behind. Emirati Hero on the near side also being niggled at now. Blue Skyline tries to make a little bit of progress. Jack Ryan still goes okay in behind them, looking for racing room. Now Frankie has manoeuvred the favourite King Leonidas over towards the far rail, and he just starts to make a little bit of progress. They're fanning out right across the course. In the centre, coming through strongly is Blue Skyline. King Leonidas on the far side really starts to pick up now under Frankie. Running on from the rear, Evening Sun is trying to get going going late doors, but King Leonidas has hit the front and has gone too clear. Leads up from Blue Skyline, running on very strongly in the closing stages is Evening Sun, but this will go the way of King Leonidas. Eased down under Frankie to score nicely from Evening Sun, who's run well in second, having been keen early on and blocked in a pocket, and Blue Skyline may have just held on for third.